Well, hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3! Yahoo! Woo! Here on Patreon, I'm Jeff.
I'm John.
And, yep, John, we're on our mission. We will not be stopped.
Can't stop, won't stop.
One of the four Lords of Cinder is just out there. He's waiting for us. But before we go see him, we got a brand new face in the Firelink Shrine.
Who the fuck are you?
You're an unkindled, aren't you?
What gave it away? The
I'm
embers?
Of the sunless realms, former servant of the divinity. Duties we each bear, but one's duty is a solitary affair. I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization.
Sunless Realms. Is that like Portland or something? Or Seattle?
That's actually the Dark Moons. So the Dark Moons are, if you remember, the covenant of Gwendolyn in the last game.
At the foot of Lothric Castle, an old path still runs below the tower in the undead settlement. It was used to transport sacrifices to the Cathedral of the Deep. You should see where it leads.
Already been there, done that.
You've the stones.
Oh, I've got the stones.
I'll show you the stones.
Don't you laugh at me with your maniacal laugh.
Let's see. She can have a free level that we can get from Dude Bro over here.
Oh, Archer, I would do anything for my master. Then
Draw out my strength. See, I'm going to put this one in Vitality. Vitality. All right.
Be safe.
Have fun storming the castle.
See ya. Now let's see. We already sent out Grey Rat. He should be back.
Oh, hello, you're banned in one piece.
Which I think doesn't have anything that really is super interesting. He does, after he comes back, he sells these lightning urns, which you can trade for a piece of Solaire's armor if you want it. If you really want to do that, like cosplay as Solaire. He's got some new armor.
Oh.
Let's see. We got our Pyromancer. I think we already got the flame from our Pyromancer last time we were stopped by.
I am pleased to have a pupil as dedicated.
Oh, okay. Maybe not. All right. Oh, and we actually picked up a Pyromancer tome when we were in the swamp, so let's give that to him. Says you give Pyromancy tome, give Great Swamp one.
Here we are. It's been long indeed. With this, I can teach you more sophisticated pyromancies.
Thanks, bro.
Splendid. I can boast I am your tutor a little longer.
So, I don't know if we're going to take any of these. I think we're just going to stick with what we got right now. And Orbeck has brought back, we got a whole group now.
Back then.
Nice.
Again, I'm Orbeck of Vinheim.
And we totally didn't destroy all your scrolls from earlier.
Yo, they're all fine,
They're
bro.
all fine.
They're totally fine. Yep.
The ideal sorcerer bears the twin faces of the dragon.
Now, the Dragon Crest rings in the previous game were like all the magic boosting rings that everybody did. So we got that. And then one more little addition is our miracle trainer that we got. Remember last time?
Yeah.
The time before
I
last?
was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them, and I am yours now.
So we can also give her, we picked up a Braille Tone of Kareem.
Yeah, I do remember that.
You've brought me a Braille divine tome. Now I can tell new tales of miracles. Tales of the greater miracles can be quite the epics. What fun we will have.
Lady, do you not know what's going on in this world? So yeah, we got a few more tones, a few more spells from her. So before we leave, we're going to, let's see, I'm still a little overburdened here. I'm going to level up my old sword briefly, and then I think we got an Estus Flask shard that we haven't used yet. So we'll get that going, and then get moving out. Oh, also, we got a coal. We picked up the Farron coal that we can give to him.
Yeah.
Oh, my. This coal is
Hey, stop banging.
dead legion.
Well, you got his attention.
Used to forge the weapons of Farron's.
Only person in this game that moves their mouth.
A fine prize.
Wonder what that means.
Honored to be endued with it. Now I'll be equipped to infuse special gems. Praise the gods, eh?
Time to put this brawn to use.
So basically what that means now is that we can infuse our weapon with a few more things. So we can now do, I think, fire, and we can do poison, and I think refined before we could do heavy, sharp, and raw. So let's also go ahead and reinforce. We should have I got some Titanite shards in there, and let's reinforce the Estus. Do we have another one or just one? Okay, just one.
Be careful.
Yep. And we're going to need a few arrows before we leave, so let's talk with Shrine Handmaiden and grab some of these cheap garbage arrows. Oh, wait, so remember those guys that attacked us before? Those were the exiles I was talking about? So armor the watchdogs of Farron's keep. After the Legion's watchers became lords of Cinder, the wolf blood dried up, and Farron was consumed by a festering wood. Within the wood, an emaciated old wolf commands watchdogs to defend the sanctity of sleeping warriors. Both the exiles were surely watchdogs themselves, for Farron has always been a land of itinerance. I'm not entirely sure what that word is.
Yeah.
So it's actually a little bit kind of nutty because so the watchdogs of Farron are defending the world against the abyss. Like that's why they look like Artorias.
Yeah.
So they're defenders of they are defending the world against the oncoming rush of the abyss, but then you've got guys that are also guarding them, which is a little strange. So everybody's getting a little garden, and let's see, maybe let's just do those. And because I'm not entirely sure yet where I want to go weapon-wise with this particular character. You know what? I do have actually things. So let's go ahead and just put it in strength because I'm just going to lose it if I take it out there. So never can have too much strength or vitality in Dark Souls 3. All right, so let's get going. Wait, hold on.
Onward with the further adventures of Sanford.
That's right. So last time we killed the Crystal Sage. And this leads us this is like one of the only places in the game. I think there might be one more, but this is one of the few places in the game where there's actually a long fork that goes off of the main road. For generally speaking, Dark Souls 3 and Final Fantasy 13 have a lot in common of being one long thing. The main thing is that, as you've seen, the areas in Dark Souls 3 are a lot more dense with things as opposed to the big hallway that was Final Fantasy 13. So at this point, we could choose to hit up the Watchdogs of Farron, or we can head to the Cathedral of the Deep, and we are going to go ahead and do the second one because I like to go there first. So I always find this one little section of road to be kind of interesting because there's like some crystal lizards down here. A lot of times they'll run off the edge of the world, trying to get away from you.
Yeah.
But this is so strange because there was just a boss, right?
Yeah.
And now we're in this area, and this area has one of these one of these ladies of the church or whatever. But then it's also got whoopsie. Whoop. Maybe I can stop. Maybe you can get that off the screen, please. But it's also got the guys with the cages, the Nana guys. So it's kind of a weird mix between the undead settlement, even though we're kind of far away from the undead settlement. Like, there weren't any of those guys with...
Watch out.
Yeah, with cages in the swamp, right? So it's a little strange to see them here, unless they were used specifically... The only thing I can think of is that they might have had a relationship with the... with these guys, these ladies, as... They put people in those cages to bring them to the Cathedral of the Deep as a sacrifice to fuckface Goober Pants.
Yeah, I can see that.
I really wish I could backstab these guys.
But you can't.
Yeah.
Because they got cages.
Dang it, you guys. Oh, nope. Don't roll into the fire. Oh, fuck! That was what I was trying not to do. Okay, hey, everything worked out for the best. Look at that, John. We turned tragedy into success here on Patreon Dark Souls on Rage Select. Oh, shit! What? He's still alive. Anywho. Do we have any questions this week, by the way? Because we got.
Thank you for reminding me.
We've got a few. We got a little bit of a. Oh wait, hey, we got some brand new armor, John. Let's check it out.
Oh, check it out. While I
this
look
is
up the questions.
Herald Knight armor. Steel armor with a pure white cape, the signature of the Heralds of the Way of White. Protection made of steel, has excellent physical absorption, but it is found to be lacking against blunt strikes and lightning damage, which is a very technical definition compared to a lot of the other stuff. But what I actually really like about this particular set of armor is that if you look at it, John, the helmet is open so you can see your character's face.
Ah.
It also has a very jaunty cape with a little split in it. So that's always nice. And I think that yeah. So we got everything over here. Let's go ahead and hit up. I find this area real strange, right? Because we had the boss, and then we went down here, and there were the crystal guys, right?
Yeah.
We can look up. We can see there's the big break in the bridge where all the guys were.
Yeah.
But if we move forward a little bit, right up here across this little bridge is another bonfire. Like they're super close together for Dark Souls, right?
Yeah.
Like usually you would expect there to be a little bit more. And strangely enough, you remember in Dark Souls 1 when we were out in the forest and we came across like the little D&D party of people? Well, strangely enough, some of those guys are here. So there's a thief and a bandit that are here that will fight you. But I don't have any real information about these guys. I almost feel like they're just supposed to represent like other adventurers. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? Oh, shit. Well, hey, you didn't take advantage of it, so...
No, he tried. He just failed.
Yeah, apparently.
Because you dodged.
Well, no, that one I... Haha! Got his sword hand on the wrong side. You can't do a swing on over here. Motherfucker. God, get off of me, you... Look,
hey, you stepped up on him.
Well, that's true.
He's just over in this area, mind his own business.
Oh shit! Nice
contemplating the choices he's made in life, and then you come with your sword and shield, ready to fight.
It's true.
All like, bitch, and he's just like, oh no, you didn't, and you just continue to look at him like,
and I killed him. What's a little strange though is that when we come down here, we actually find the some paladin ashes, and if we look at this stuff, like you remember the ashes unlock new shop options.
Yeah.
So this is umbral ash for a worn-out paladin who sought the cathedral of the deep. With this, the shrine handmaiden will prepare new items. The paladin paid quite a price for his headstrong justice. So the implication here is that a paladin like got jacked by these two guys before we showed up.
Two guys? That was only one guy.
Oh, well, there's another one up here. I just didn't... It's weird because, again, there's like these little sub-areas between where we're going. Most areas in Dark Souls have a theme, whereas here we had just like the guys with the cages, and then we've got these two NPCs, there's a bandit, that don't respawn. Like they just... You fight them one time, and when you fight them, they're dead, like an invader, but they're just like straight-up NPCs, but they don't really seem to have a name on their... Like they're not named characters. So it's a little strange. Oh, fuck. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, you're bad. I gotcha. Yeah, I know. You don't have to do it that many times. It doesn't stack, bro.
But we do have some questions and stuff. Comments and questions and things.
Sure.
So,
So I get my spider shield, and I'm going to go up here and get another shield. Yeah, go for it. We got time. We got some baddies coming up that don't require any explanation.
All right. Well, coming out from Snowblind Yeti, he goes, "Hey, Jeff and John.
Yo.
Hope you guys are doing good.
Yo.
My question is about sequels and remakes. He says squeals and remakes, but I think he means sequels.
Squeals and remakes.
Having seen the trailers for the new Assassin's Creed and Wolfenstein, it gets me to thinking, when do you think it's the right time to remake a series? I felt that Assassin's Creed is getting better gameplay, but the story of a modern-day assassin is getting so pointless and boring. I really think they should either ditch it or start over. Meanwhile, the last Wolfenstein and standalone DLC was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was a really great way to start the series over.
Yep.
Sorry for the long post. You guys are awesome. What are your thoughts?
Well, personally, I think I think that so the problem with Assassin's Creed, as near as I can tell, is that Assassin's Creed has just a story problem, and that problem is that they had an arc they had a thing to do outside of the Animus.
And they abandoned it.
But they kept the outside of the Animus, but it was no longer relevant. Like, do you even remember that what in like Black Flag it was that there was a guy that was immortal or that had been around for so long?
Well, he kept being reborn.
Yeah, and like that, where the fuck did that guy go? Like, he was just gone in Syndicate, right? Like,
Yeah.
he didn't. It's not like he showed back up again,
Well,
or was
the idea is that he's born every age, so the idea is that he's probably going to be reincarnated again now that he's dead.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, did we didn't? He didn't die at the end of Black Flag, right? Oh,
I thought you killed him.
Well, no, but in the modern day, like
Yeah,
it was
I'm talking about in the modern day. I thought you killed him.
I don't think you had that much agency in the modern day.
Well, I thought he got
Black
killed.
Flag.
Like, you know.
Oh, did I? See, that's maybe the thing, right? Is that I have so little connection to that character that I can't even remember if he's alive or dead in the series, right? So, for me, I think that I think you can actually have a game series that kind of goes on and on and on. I think that Final Fantasy does a good job of just restarting every time, of just not having a continuous continuity to have to deal with. I think that's one way to do it. Damn it, dog! God damn it! I hate this area.
Arrows and dogs everywhere.
Yeah.
As far as the eye can see.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, do you want arrows and dogs? Well, we got you covered. Come down to Dogs and Arrows Emporium. We've got big dogs, small dogs. We've got crossbows. We got longbows. We got repeating. We
got bow flexes.
Bow flexes. Yep. Strong bows. But so I feel that rebooting a series. So it depends on the series, right? I feel like series that have an arc that is well thought out in advance always are going to work better than series where they're just like, oh, that did real well, make another one. Figure out how to make another one, even though the story doesn't really lend itself well to a sequel. Which is why I feel like I stopped digging some of the Uncharted stories, because it was obviously they were just like, well, here's a new person that we've never heard of before in the entire franchise, right? And they're the villain of the next one. Or Resident Evil is a good example of, like, they just had to keep making shit up, and eventually it got to the point where it was fucking ridiculous.
You had Chris Redfield shoulder checking a boulder. That's all I gotta say. That is the most ridiculous thing.
At the end of Resident Evil 6, they're fighting like a T-Rex, like a BOW T-Rex.
True.
Nope, no siree.
That person is hot fire.
Not today.
But yeah, so I also figure, like, when is the right time to do a remake or a reboot?
Yeah.
I do think you need to let it sit for a little bit. Like, you can't just like
turn it around and
yeah, like you can thematically reboot it. Like, I kind of hope that
like
Origins,
RE4.
like, well, I think like RE4 is a thematic where it doesn't negate anything that happened. It's still in continuity, but it changed.
It ignores so much of the baggage of the previous games.
Yeah.
Just kind of being like, let's just go do this thing.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of hope that Resident Evil Origins is.
Dude, put your butt down. Put your butt down.
Start twerking, dude.
Put your butt down.
Start twerking.
Put your butt down or start twerking. Pick one.
Please bear witness.
So this guy is this is the entrance into the DLC. Which you could technically go to right now, but we're just like woefully unprepared for that. It's like a level.
We'll come back to it.
110. It's like you would need to be level 110 to get anything out of that DLC. So I'm just gonna like let this guy do his thing over here. We could technically go into it and then just pour it out of it, but why? But yeah, you. Sorry, I'm interrupting the fuck out of you.
Yeah, so that I feel like that if you decide that if it's a thematic reboot where basically you're not saying that the previous games didn't happen, and you're not basically changing, saying that they happened differently or anything. It's a new story. It just happens to be in continuity, but you're changing things up a little bit. That's fine. Like even RE7, like I feel like is that same thing
because it's not a reboot.
Yeah, it still takes place in continuity with all the previous Resident Evil games.
Oh, sorry, keep going.
But if you're going to do that, which is what I hope that the Assassin's Creed Origins is, like they took some time off and went, okay, let's not negate everything that just happened, but let's actually figure out where the fuck we're going.
Right.
But I figure if you're going to do that, if you're going to go, you know what? Let's reboot the whole goddamn thing. Let's ignore everything that happened and start from scratch. Let's retell the story of the first game. I feel like you need to wait.
Yeah, it can't be the year after the last entry. It can't be
you
like...
need to give it some time.
Like if at E3 this year, if there had been an announcement of a total reboot of the Resident Evil franchise, that wouldn't have worked. That would have been a little bit soon, especially after they just got done like doing a fair amount of
setup
with RE7. Yeah. By the way, we got infinite zombies in this sequence.
No.
And they just keep rising from the dead to rescue my daughter.
What?
It's an Altered Beast reference.
Oh.
You know, at the beginning of the game. Rise!
No, I got it. I didn't realize you were making that reference.
Yeah.
Of Altered Beast.
Yeah. Haha, didn't even need to do that. Just felt like it.
But yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I feel like the thing is that I don't even feel like we really need that many reboots. Because I feel like we can do what you just were talking about. Like, there was no reason that you needed to reboot the entire Resident Evil franchise just to tell a different story. It's just that most developers get scared, in my opinion, of changing, of making an Uncharted without fucking Nathan Drake, right? Or making a, take your pick. Like, even this game suffers a lot from feeling the need to reference previous titles when this is so far removed from Dark Souls 1 that there's no reason for there to be Gwyn or Solaire or, any of those references that we're seeing to Dark Souls 1. So I feel like it's more of a problem of, I don't even think you need to reboot a franchise. I just think you need to have the courage to take it into a different direction than it already is.
Well, I mean, I can also understand, taking a game that's like, I don't know, I think...
Hold on for just a second. This is time sensitive. See how I'm covered in worms?
Yeah.
See how that little bar is going up?
Yeah.
When it hits the top, then I proc bleed, which is why I decided to bring this torch with me to kill off all the little snakes.
Nice.
Anyway, go on.
But, for example, if, if they came out and said, we're going to make a new Mega Man game.
Yeah.
And we're going to ignore Mega Man's 1 through 10. And we're going to ignore Mega Man X. We're going to start over with the base story of Mega Man, years 20XX, Dr. Wily, Dr. Light, build a bunch of robots, Dr. Wily turns on Dr. Light, and I'd be okay with that. If you want to tell that story with a modern sensibility and start it from scratch, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're enough removed from Mega Man, from any fucking Mega Man game, that I am totally cool with that. And I think, and I'd actually be for it. I'd actually be like, oh shit, Mega Man game, it's a reboot. I'm cool with that. Let's do it. I'm down. Let's
called Mighty Number 9. Oh.
No.
Wait a minute. No, it didn't. It didn't.
No.
It didn't work.
No.
It didn't do.
But or if you want to reboot, fucking the Punch Out and call it ARMS. I don't know.
Hey, look, it's a white birch tree.
Oh, hey. And a bunch of,
You know what that means?
You're going to get shit thrown at you, right?
Well, the giant, he'll help anytime, so... I'm not going to be able to look at him helping because he's fucking up everybody else, but... Whoa. I don't know what just happened there.
You fell.
Come on, dude. Oh, come on. Your aim is better than that, buddy. I need to...
Yeah, his aim's been kind of shit.
Ugh, I hate these guys. Oh, shit. I'm... Fuck. I need to... Fuck it. God damn it. Nope. Wrong. Yep. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yeah, Dark Souls. Whoa.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
You died.
Thanks, John. I would never have known if it wasn't for you telling me.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Shut up, dude. I just fell off of the biggest cliff in the world. The nice thing about this level is because those zombies are so passive, it takes 0 time to get back to where you were. You just run by him. Except for that one guy. He's going to be chasing me on fire. And also, there was a little drop-off over here that lets you bypass the level and just go right up to where I was somewhere. Anyway.
Maybe not.
Maybe? I thought I saw it. I walked down that thing. Maybe it's over here. Let's see. Nope. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
Excuse me. Coming through. Excuse me.
Anyway. Sorry. I was very amused with myself for jumping off the side of a building. But if you can't amuse yourself, then, you know, what's it for?
Yep.
But yeah, I think that the problem with Assassin's Creed is that I feel like there is no showrunner for Assassin's Creed, right?
Well, I feel like when both, what was it, Jade Raymond and the other guy who was the producer on the first game.
I want to say Michelle Ancel, but that's the Good and Evil 2.
When both of them left, they had no creative direction for that game, that franchise. And I feel like that's when they started spinning their wheels because they had no idea where to take it.
Yeah.
And then instead of actually taking the time to figure out where they were going to take it, they just spun their wheels and then immediately went, well, I guess fuck everything.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, we get our bone shard here. There we go. Got our souls back. People getting trashed by I Help Anytime. There's like 3 trees, I think, in this entire game.
Yeah.
So it seems like to me like an odd mechanic to put in because you just use it like just a couple of times and then it's just not there anymore.
But, yeah.
Anywho.
I'm trying to think of like other games that I wouldn't mind, like older games I wouldn't mind seeing like a complete remake, but not so much older, like not like NES older, but just like at what point would I like to see a complete reboot of a franchise?
See, I'm a big fan of if you write the trilogy and then you make the trilogy and then go ahead and start over or move directions. In a lot of cases, I'm just not a fan of anything that happens after about 3 unless it starts to be a kind of a tonal shift, right?
Yeah.
Like I like the way that Resident Evil did. Like you can count Resident Evil like say 1, 2, 3, maybe 0, maybe Code Veronica as like kind of the first part, and then like 4, 5, and 6 is kind of like the next part. Even though they don't all totally work, they're all at least in their own. They seem like they're all kind of in their own continuity, right?
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
Also, I would say that 4, 5, and 6 kind of feel, at least 4 and 5, kind of feel like almost like both a what is this world without Umbrella,
Right.
and also the origins of Umbrella as well.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then I never really played 6, so I don't know the story of 6.
Oh, geez, I couldn't even tell you. I mean, the president's in there, right? You got the whole President Evil thing. There's like 3 different stories going on, and one is about Leon and the president, and one's about Chris Redfield and BOWs in Hong Kong, I think, and then one's about the scientist guy's daughter from Resident Evil, and what's this Wesker's kid or something like in Eastern Europe, and I have no idea how all those stories fit together. Like I just couldn't tell you. It didn't leave enough of an impression. Like I could tell you a lot about the story of Resident Evil 4. I don't know if I could get into all the little specific twists and turns because
and I know Resident Evil 5 dealt a lot with the origin of the T-virus.
Yeah, well, that was kind of where did it come from? Yeah,
and also tied it back to Resident Evil 4
with the Las Plagas. Yeah. Resident Evil 5 was very strange though. It was like it wanted to be like 24 or something like that.
Yeah.
It should be a big old fucking crystal lizard over. Ah, there he is. Look at that guy. He's just asking for it. Over there, being crystal, hiding in those crystals like a crystal. Billy Crystal. Whoa, motherfucker! Wait a minute. I think it was the first one of these guys that we've run into, isn't it?
No, this is like the second. I thought we ran into another one earlier.
Well, there was one in the opening area, but I didn't, and I don't think I've ever fought one.
No, okay, yeah, no, you have not fought one. I think this is the first one you're fighting. But I know you showed we saw the last one. I think you may have actually fought it, but like I'm probably gonna die fighting this, and then I think you died.
Did I? I don't know. I've forgotten. These guys are pretty simple to fight if you just kind of get behind them and they give you Titanite scales.
Yeah, but I think it was like it was really early in the game.
Okay.
Like it was very early. Like you were like, I need to be at least a couple of.
Oh yeah, it might have been like because there's one in the opening area in the graveyard. There's another one that's behind a door in the the smaller swamp that I might have
Yeah,
pointed out.
I think you went to the one that was in the opening area, and we're like, look at these guys. This is what they are. I'm probably gonna die here, but I'll show you guys what Let's try to fight them, and then I think
I died.
I think I don't remember. I don't remember what we did last week, so it's okay.
John's just along for the ride, you guys.
I'm here to make jokes when I
Yep.
can think of them and ask the questions and answer them.
Okay. Well,
Speaking of questions,
hey, nice segue, John.
from Jonathan Scratch.
Uh-huh.
Got a bit of a preamble here, so bear with me, please.
Okay.
I recently finished Persona 5 and found myself getting all English major on its writing.
Yeah.
Fitting, as I have a degree in that very subject. And it got me thinking about you guys.
Yeah.
Is this over the fact that I don't have a degree? Are you making fun of the fact that I don't have a degree, dude? Is that what's going on here?
I don't have a degree either, but my dad has a degree, and I
Yeah.
talk about that from time to time.
Okay, anyways,
Maybe
he's
that's
not.
why.
That's me just being stupid.
Maybe a little bit more Joe Pesci in there. What do I amuse you without my degree? Huh?
What do I seem uneducated to you? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
You think I'm uneducated? That I am not smart? That I do not use my words carefully?
Yeah. I think that's what he's saying, actually. So.
Next thing you know, he's going to say I'm uncharismatic. What's all up with that? Anyways, have you ever dived deep on the text of a game, and what did you find? If you did, what game and what thesis did you draw from it?
Fucking goddamn archers in this level. I hate them so much. Got like an arrow sticking out of my arm now. Not really. I mean, sometimes like a turn of phrase will stick out to me in a game, but like I don't usually like I don't feel like I really have. I mean, just as you were, just as John Pesci was talking about there. God damn. Oh fucking god. Oh shit. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a bit of a problem, you guys. Oh shit. No, I don't want to heal. I don't want to heal. Get your sword out. Get your sword out. Oh, okay. Well, they're throwing Lloyd's talismans at me. That's not good. Okay. Oops. All right. Well, I'm out of that. So yeah, just as you were saying, I don't have a degree in English. Sometimes I'll notice when a thing is poorly written, but I don't know that I really it really bugs me all that much. Like I was actually talking to somebody who really, really, really didn't like the writing in Persona 5.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, because it just comes off as really like stilted anime. And I'm just like, maybe I'm immune to that because I watch anime. But I was just like, my brain just kind of goes into like, okay, well, this is like translation Japanese game mode, as opposed to, I'm not expecting the Citizen Kane of motherfucker. Look, dude, I'm trying to live my life.
Are you trying to tell me that the Persona franchise is not the Citizen Kane of anime? Of anime video games?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I will say that it is. No, I'm not trying to say that.
Okay.
I am trying to say that I think it's well written, but it's still a JRPG. Like, here's the thing: is that I feel like, this is actually an interesting kind of you guys just hang there all day waiting for somebody to come along.
Pretty much.
Shits. Oh, look at that! Oh, thief coming over here. Okay, so I feel like when you play like a visual novel or like a JRPG, right?
Yeah.
They tend to be overwritten, right? They tend to be like they explain things to you in a really overwrought way. And I feel like you can either go, well, that's an anime game. I'm going to roll with the punches and enjoy what's here, or you could be like, God, you son of a bitch. And I feel like if you're going to actually play those sorts of games, you're going to have a better time if you just kind of make your peace early on with the fact that the shit's going to be overwrought, a bit overwrought. So,
yeah, I will say that one of my least favorite things with the overwriting of anime that I always have to look over is when like you're playing a character who's like you're at just the beginning of the game and your character is like thrust into a situation that he doesn't understand,
right?
And then like someone's like, well, blank, and then the character's like, Blank? What do you mean? Well, blank is blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah,
It's
blah. How does that work?
A really
well, blah,
clumsy
blah, blah,
setup.
blank, blank,
Yeah.
blank, 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 blah, blah. Blah, blah, blank, blah, 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 blank, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just the character repeating what was just told to them.
Right.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Question mark. Oh, fuck. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't expect that. Oh, shit. Whoops. Okay.
You're still alive.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, there's another one, John. Look out, everybody.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
They're on fire. I like
Spitting
this
hot fire.
area because they're always hiding these little motherfuckers up here to try to ambush you when you get a thing. So you're just like, oh, no, where did you come from? Oh, shit, there's actually 2 of them. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, all right. Well, don't make me look like an ass here, you guys.
But that's what they're there to do.
Make you look like an ass.
That's not hard.
Big butt. Yeah, so again, I feel like there is some, I'll tell you what, I don't normally go into like say the I don't really go into the English grammatical stuff like that. But I tell you what I will go into is there have been a few places that have done like say deep dives on the Japanese translation of like area, item, and boss names in like Dark Souls and how they're different and how sometimes there are meanings that are lost between the original Japanese the game was written in and then what the translators changed that name to mean. And sometimes you'll even see things like terms that exist in Japanese that have to be explained to you, like a concept that you would normally find in English. So
Okay.
anyway, I think did you answer that one?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you kind of. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Purge King 44 asks, which he actually answers a question from the Elder Scrolls Online dojo. I'm going to skip over that.
Okay.
Which leads to my question this week. Do you guys agree with the sentiment that a harder and more challenging game inherently makes it a far better game, regardless of the story, characters, or etc.?
Absolutely not.
No.
100% no.
Yeah, no.
No question at all in my mind. I do not. I feel like that is a thing that
They're
has
just sunbathing out there, dude, and you just walked over and stabbed them.
Yep. Well, this guy's caught. He's stuck in the world geometry. I feel like Dark Souls has done that. I put a lot of the blame for that on both Dark Souls and then like Super Meat Boy. Of being like, oh man, remember when games were super hard? Wasn't that better? It's like, no, not inherently. Like, there's nothing inherently that makes a game better just because it's difficult. Oh shit, oh god. Okay, all right. I got 1 Estus flask, and now 0. Let's see, I got some fire bombs left. Maybe we can do a little work with those. God damn it. I was aiming for you. Okay. 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 This little run-up is pretty grueling. Not super happy with this particular set of the part of the game. But yeah, there is nothing about difficulty that belies quality. Like, just because the game's hard doesn't mean it's good. Take The Surge, for example. Game's too hard. Like, it's just straight up fucking too hard. If you want your game to be that hard, then you need... But the other thing is that it used to be different because it used to just be we had a selection screen, right?
Yeah.
Hard, medium, easy. You know? Like, make the enemies a little bit weaker. What the fuck? Oh, god damn it. Well, you could throw Undead Hunter Charms all you want. I don't have any Estus flasks for you to stop me from using, so... but yeah, 100% no.
Yeah, I don't think it's difficult. Like, I think...
Oh, shit. He saw me.
A good story will always be more entertaining to me anyways than a game that has no story and is super hard.
Right.
A game that is easy to play but is, like, has a really, really good story that's engaging will always be as long as the controls are good too. Like I will say that if you have a game with good stories and shit controls and it's like super easy, yeah, it's gonna suck. But
God, I hate these guys.
But yeah, no, difficulty doesn't.
It doesn't make a thing better. It can make a thing better.
Yeah.
I mean, as I've said, oh shit, oh god,
a game that's.
Oh, fuck.
I will say the first Bloodborne, the first Dark Souls, and even the second Dark Souls. They're good games. They're hard.
Yeah.
But the difficulty is, I feel like, is only part of it. Just like, for example, say the original Mega Man games, Mega Man's 1, 2, and 3. Those games are actually kind of hard.
Oh yeah, they're very difficult.
Yeah, they're very difficult.
In a lot of ways, they're harder than Dark Souls because you can't even try to level up to beat some of the challenges.
Yeah.
A bottomless pit is a bottomless pit. So bada bing, bada bing,
Yeah.
bing, bing, boom.
But yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. You know what? There's some treasure over there, but I'm going to come back for it because I don't have any. We're near the first shortcut, and I don't want to. I want to do this without dying. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. That's all I got. Any more questions?
Patty Howe asks a question that says, "Oh Jesus, Jeff,
Yep.
I killed the filthy man in Stonefang.
Mm-hmm.
Those damn flying bear bugs.
Yep.
Am I boned for upgrades?"
Ooh. I don't remember. This is a Demon Souls question.
Yeah.
I don't entirely remember, but I think the answer might be yes. You need to go on to a wiki and look it up, but I'm pretty sure that the answer is yes, because if you kill somebody in Demon Souls, you don't really come back from that.
Okay. We do have one last question.
Okay.
It's from Michael.
Okay.
He says, "Can we hear more stories from your youth? I love the story about getting high at the David Bowie concert and losing your keys."
I wasn't really getting high. I was tripping balls. You know what? Let me come up with a good one. Let me. I gotta kind of concentrating on the Souls right at the moment. But
I don't know. Like I always
You
feel
got a
like
good one?
I always feel like my youth stories are kind of boring and
Yeah.
are not like all that great. Like I don't really have stories. But then, like, I'll talk about something and people are like, "Oh my god, that's..." Like, I actually feel like it's kind of weird. Like, I feel like I didn't actually do stuff that was interesting until my 20s.
Yeah.
Like, my mid-20s or whatever. And I don't consider that my youth because it's, like, and even then, like, 23, 24, 25, around then is when I started actually, like, having, interesting stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, I don't even know what would be interesting. Like, I don't know what I do.
I just have to kind of comb through my memories and find one. I mean, that's like one of the one of the stories that I think actually I've told to other people before.
Yeah. I mean, I will say not much to the story.
Yeah.
But there was the one time that so a friend of mine is a huge Gwar fan.
Yeah.
Like, just huge, loves Gwar. Like, anytime they come to town, he's got tickets.
Yeah.
He's like part of their fan club or whatever, and like whatever. This is a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, back when they weren't touring as Gwar, they were touring as the Dave Brockie Experiment.
Yeah.
It was just 3 members of the band. It was Dave Brockie, the guy who just does Ballsack, and I can't remember who the other guy was, which one of the other band members it was. But they were coming to town,
Yeah.
and he was like, "I got two tickets. You want to come with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." So mostly because he didn't have a car. His car was broke down, and he needed a ride. But he knew
Right.
I also didn't hate Gwar, so he was like, "Fucking you, me, let's go."
Oh shit.
So we go, and he recognizes them and kind of introduces, like, when they're just kind of like when the other bands are playing and they're getting their merch table. They actually are like, "Oh yeah, no, we know your name from the bulletin board or whatever. You're cool. Like, we kind of know who you are."
Yeah.
Or one of them said that. And then so he's kind of talking with them. We enjoy the show, and then at the very end of it, Dave Brockie's like, "Hey, you guys seem cool. We're gonna go back to our hotel room." And celebrate Dave Brockie's birthday, because that's today.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all guys want to hang out? And, my friend was like, fuck yes, we do.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. So we went back to their hotel room, watched I Love the 80s on VH1 while they did Blow.
Oh, okay. While Guar did rails.
Yeah, while members of Guar did birthday rails for Dave Brocky on his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Dave Brocky. Here's some cocaine.
And they're like, you want it? I was like, no, I'm good. And we just sat around, literally just sat around watching I Love the 80s. I was like, that's
God damn it.
it's a way, I guess, to spend your birthday watching I Love the 80s with, some,
Woo. I'll think up a good one for next week.
Yeah.
I'll think up sounds like I'm making it up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Ooh,
see me, I'm even trying to
close.
think of stuff that I've done, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, there was the time that I met Ron Perlman, and we were both wearing the same shoes.
See, the problem that I have
Brand of shoes.
is
Like,
that
that's-
apparently, like, like, sometimes I feel like I start telling people stories about just, like, things that happened in my life, and they're just like, oh, my God. And I'm like, wait, you mean everybody didn't do that shit? Like my bungee jumping on mushroom story, it's a pretty well-worn territory.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I feel like my stories are all very
Oh, shit.
boring.
Whoops.
Whoa.
Yep.
Like I said, I always feel like my stories are very boring compared to everybody else's.
Off me, you dumb shit. Oh, God. Oh, God damn it. You're going to block the door? I don't have a magic weapon, you shit.
Can't kill it.
Well, you can. It just takes for goddamn ever. I got 3. Tell you what, I know where I want to end this one.
That's a giant arm.
Yep. It's attached to a giant.
Well, I would hope so. If it was attached to a midget, I'd be really worried.
Whew. There's some asshole over here. Oh, shit. Okay. Ugh. Thing. We got a guy shooting arrows, as always. All right. And we got a guy following us. Roll for your life. Yay, we did it.
Do a barrel roll.
Ugh, dang. Son of a gun.
Trying to get to a bonfire.
Well, this whole area is it's just kind of big.
Ah.
So let's see. We've got an undead hunter charm. Oh, yeah. Hey, guess what we can do now? We can do this. First off, look at our chain. They're trying to hide that chain in the floor. We get to see the animation. Go to sleep. Got to stretch. Got to go to sleep. He's got to wake back up again. Yep. Stupid mimic. Trying to get me. So anyway, this is the Cathedral of the Deep. This is where Deacon what's his fuck hangs out. The big blob guy from the beginning of the game.
Was that like the thing that attacked you earlier? Was that like one of its minions?
No, that was just a slime. I mean, they've been in Dark Souls. They were in a lot of them. There were a bunch of them in the sewers in Dark Souls 1. They're just like a common Dark Souls enemy. It actually makes sense that they'd be here. There's actually an interesting thing that that this particular gets brought up in this particular area, and that is that apparently, God, what the hell is the guy's name again? The fat guy, Aldrich. He found like another. So traditionally in Dark Souls we've got like dark and light, right?
No.
Well, he introduces another concept called the deep, and like that there is a calming force in the deep that is trying to kind of like also be a force in this world, and it just makes it fucking confusing because we already got light and dark. We don't need more. Quit muddying up the waters, Aldrich. But that would
have been funnier if you just called it the gray.
yeah. I'm a neutral Jedi. I'm a gray Jedi. Really? That's really what I'm about. I don't really believe in the light side or the dark side. I'm yeah.
I have the powers of both.
Come on. Yeah. So if you just go straight down to that bottom level, then these little assholes will come with you. I think I might make a beeline because there's a lot in this area. And I think I might make a beeline for one particular thing that will kind of serve as our boss that I think I feel like I can get to from here. So because there's a Smashulon that likes to hang out over here. This guy. But instead, we're gonna go for. We're gonna go over here. So this is the boss to this area is right over here, but we've got a lot more, things in this area. I'm not gonna leave this area without doing all these things, but I'm gonna try to get through here first. I don't know how the fuck that guy's up there.
All right.
Yeah, if we just head over here, this would be the end of the level. But I'm gonna kind of.
They're all at church.
Yeah, well, it's the cathedral. It's actually a very nicely like laid out area for the amount of kind of like little sub passages and doors and little areas and stuff that you can get to. But this is our second shortcut back to. Or no, wait. This is the shortcut. Oh, no, wait. This is going to our second shortcut. So let's see. Here we can open up the front door of the chapel of the cathedral, which was locked on the other side. We can get to from our first shortcut from the bonfire, because there's only one bonfire, or there's only that one bonfire in this area. There's just like 4 or 5 different shortcuts that all lead back to it. But we've got something. We got a little encounter. John, you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, man. Hey, look.
Hey.
Look who it is. It's our favorite guy.
Sigward?
Sigvard? I think so. Yep.
It's Sig something.
Sig something, yeah.
Well, you look reasonably sane. I am a knight of Katarina. I've managed to track down this cathedral's store of treasure. It's right over there, across that narrow part. Treasure. Always so close, yet so far. I'm in quite a pickle, indeed.
I don't trust it.
Just hold your
Why? Why don't you trust it? What's wrong with this?
There's treasure over there.
Yeah.
Why don't you go get it?
Yeah.
That sounds suspiciously like I've heard that before in other Dark Souls games.
Yeah.
And then someone's kicked me off a cliff.
Well, maybe it'll go good this time. Let's go. Let's
Third
give it a
time's the
shot.
charm.
Third time. Fourth time, really.
Fourth time. God damn it, Jeff. It's a cutscene.
Actually, this is the 5th time. Because I love the fact that they got the voice actor for Patches to do an impression of Sigward. I love it.
Thought you could outwit an onion. Well, say hello to the nice giant. He adores visitors.
That's not true.
I knew it.
What a jerk. What's funny is that this is the giant that he's kind of throwing at you.
Yeah.
And you can actually come down here before he does that and kill this giant.
Yeah.
Which giants are not hard in this game. You just
stay at their feet.
Yeah, you just whack their ankles until they die. They have a hard time hitting you. It's like unless they step on you. That's the one time that you will get fucked up. But you can actually come down here first and kill this giant before he does that. And if he does, he's got a separate line read where he's like, "What? Where'd the giant go?" And he's like, "Yeah, Patches, man, Patches." So this will kind of serve as our boss for today. And the next time there's a whole set of shit up in the rafters of this building for us to explore. Oh yeah, my thing's empty. There's a whole bunch of things in the rafters for us to explore, as well as a bunch of things that I didn't pick up last time. So we will do all that next time. But considering we're at 54 minutes, I feel we're probably just about done. We're out of questions too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're completely out of questions.
Well, then that is that. We will go ahead and just stop it here. We'll pick it up next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching. There's some comments down below. And what? You want more Dark Souls? Come back next week.